welcome to Homestead Corner. I'm Jenny, and today I want to talk a little bit about the two best prep investments that I have made. Over the years, we make tons of different investments all the time. We're always investing in different things. We may be investing in a home, we may be investing in a car, different things that are going to help our family. And I think two of the best investments, the first one, my very best investment, and it was early on that I started doing this, was I invested in stocking up a pantry. Really, I think that was the best investment because I did have a time where I lost my job and I needed to fall back on that pantry. If I didn't have that, I don't know if we could have made it. I don't know what we would have done, but because I lost my job and it took me a few months to find another job, so having that pantry to fall back on was a huge thing for us. And since that time, I have done nothing but build that pantry and making sure that we always have plenty of food in case something happens. Now I think it is even more important with all the inflation and stuff like that. If you look at the cost of food in the last 6 months, what's happened in 6 months alone, if you look at the cost of food, and then take that amount that it has risen and jump that on the end, rise it again that much in another 6 months. Where are we going to be? Will you be able to afford food at that point? Enough to get through? Will you be able to do a full grocery shop every week where your money is worth less and less with inflation? I think that right now it is really important to really evaluate that stockpile. And also seeds. Seeds are food. They're future food, but they are food. I consider them part of the pantry because I know in the future I can grab those seeds and we can grow food and have more to add to our pantry. And it's really a lot cheaper to grow your food, although there is a bit of investment in the beginning. It is a lot cheaper in the long run to grow your food. There's a lot of work and a lot of time involved, but even if you have no money, you can grow food. The second thing that I think was the best investment that I have done, it didn't really cost anything at all. It was investing in skills, investing my time and effort in skills, learning how to grow food, how to forage for food, how to shoot a gun, how to, all these different things, build a fire, filter water, finding water, different things like that, all the different things that you're going to need and you could need in the future in an emergency. Learning those things doesn't really cost any money at all, but they can be so immensely helpful. They could save your life in the future. And I think that it is really important, learning how to cook from just a couple of basic ingredients and turning them into a ton of different meals. That's another thing that I really took some time and worked on, because knowing that if I'm only down to that pantry, I can cook it up a bunch of different ways and help fight food fatigue. Because if we got rice and beans and rice and beans, if that's what you have, then being able to mix that up in a variety of different ways is super important. And, taking rice and adding different things to it is really great, because then you have that staple, and then whatever you can find, how to mix that up with it, and making meals that way is another great thing. And so those skills to do different things, and I'm always working on skills. I don't know if I will ever be efficient enough in any of the skills that I want. I mean, I'm not perfect at everything. We all make mistakes, and I've made a few concoctions that we're not lovely. But there are quite a, all these different skills and stuff. I am always working to add to my skill set, add more things, especially with like firing a gun. I have, learned how to fire a gun. I can aim the gun, see through the sights, all that stuff. But what I'm not real good at and I'm working on now is like drawing and quick firing, because in an emergency situation, you may not have time to, get it, take that time to really look through the sites and stuff. So that's something that I'm working on. And there are other things, we're always working to build our skill sets to broaden what we're able to do. We are working on building a small off-grid cabin, and that is something that I have always wanted to have, and I've always wanted to do it, but buying it is just not affordable in this type of environment. With the housing market is ridiculous. Houses are so stinking expensive, hard to come by, and there's just no way that I could buy one all built. So we are working on putting that together ourselves. From the lumber, my husband was in construction, so we really have, that asset. He has that skill set, and I'm hoping I can pick up some of those skills. Probably not a lot with just one house, but some. I could do some things. And but any little thing, really, any skill set that can add to the things that you already know, broadening your horizon, continuing to add to your skill sets, I think is so important and something that everybody should be doing. So I'd love to challenge you guys, get out there, work on your skills. You need these. I'm going to be doing more videos with off-grid cooking and, things like that, building fires, different kinds of skills, different ways we can do it. Just not every way is going to work for everybody, but you might find something that just works really well for you. And I love to work on all these projects, and it helps build my skill set as well. While I'm doing them, I'm practicing those skills that I know, I'm putting them into use, and it really helps. When an emergency happens, I'm not concerned. I know I can do it. I've done it numerous times, things like that. And I want you guys to feel that way too. I want you to know that you can do it. I don't want you to be like, oh, I think I can, but I haven't. I want you to do it. Go out there and do it. Right now is the time to really get those skills into play. Get out in the woods, find a local water source, filter water, collect it, filter it, bring it back to your house to do that. Lugging that water, it's heavy. We have to be prepared to do this stuff in an emergency. If the grid goes down for a long period of time and we have those skill sets already, it's going to be that much easier to make it through. So when we work on these skill sets, it really can help us out. And I really think that those are the two most important investments that anybody can do. And I think they're the best investments I ever did, was building a well-stocked pantry and investing in skills. Your time, your energy, it doesn't have to cost money. There are a lot of skills you can do for free. If you have equipment, learn how to use it. Use it, get out there and do it. Burn candles, light fires, filter water, all those things that you might need to do. Put together a toilet system, anything that can help you in an emergency situation and help you get through that emergency is definitely well worth the investment of time. And that is it for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.